So welcome to our Stories Reveal. So Facebook friends, we want to know where you're coming from. So put it down below. So if you're doing the replay, please put #replay. I hope that you've seen our stories this week on #connection. The quote was, spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other by a power greater than all of us, and our connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. So I loved this quote this week. If you had asked me a year ago when I was first starting, I would have told you I wanted to make this connection so that I could get customers. I mean, that would be obvious. Now, through personal growth, lots of classes, I've learned that it's really about everybody else and serving our community, and I love that connection. So back to you, Nicole.
Wow, that's powerful. Oh my goodness. How do you follow that? Thank you so much, Kathy, for doing the intro. Kathy's been in our maintenance program. She's got a huge part of our community and is creating videos and doing amazing things. And we are all so grateful for her. So thank you so much, Kathy, for hosting this morning. That's awesome. Or this evening. That's awesome. So next we're going to bring up Laura Brown. Welcome, Laura. For your thoughts on this quote.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. So I really thought about my connection with my business team. I was on vacation for 10 days and I was still able to connect with everybody. I was able to get on some lives. And I really felt grateful for that. You know, a lot of love. The team members are wonderful. I can reach out to them if I need them. And that's what I really reflected on this week with connection. Back to you.
Awesome. Great stories she posted from her vacation as well, keeping connected while she's away. That's the best part about learning how to stay in business when you're on vacation. So thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. Next up, we have Coach Noelle. Welcome, my darling. What would you like to say about this quote and hashtag for the week?
Oh, well, thank you, Nicole. And I know how much you love Brene Brown. I do as well. And love watching a lot of different people on YouTube. We're watching Danny Johnson right now. I've watched a lot of TED Talks over the years, and Brene Brown is a contributor to that. It just came to my mind how important connection is, and not to be in the doldrums, but there is a TED Talk that talks about the opposite of addiction is connection. And so I've always felt like when people come together for sporting events, 4th of July, fireworks celebrations, concerts, because I've been to a lot of concerts. So when everyone's rooting together and making a lot of noise and there are lights and sound, that's what gets us back to that connection where we've forgotten about all of our worries in the world and we're all rooting for the same thing. And that's what gives us so much joy, and that's why people will spend lots of money for tickets to these events, you know, is to get that feeling once again. So in this online world, we get to have a touch of that feeling by meeting up every week, and connection is just really important, and of course through the holidays. So connect with somebody who need a little extra, right?
That's right.
Thanks. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Noelle. Awesome, awesome summary of many of the things that Brene Brown teaches. Love it. Thank you so much. Denise Krebs, welcome, darling. The call's yours.
Hello, Miss Nicole. Thanks for having me tonight. I had a lot of fun with this one because I forced myself to connect with people that maybe I hadn't connected with in a while, or make new connections with strangers out at the store. It was just, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. So it did make a big impact in reminding me how important connections to other human beings really is, because I think we can get stuck in our little world and forget that we do need that human connection. So I had a lot of fun with it. Thanks for picking that quote and letting us do that as our focus for the week. Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you, honey. Her stories were fun. She was taking pictures with everybody that was serving her in some way, and it was really kind of a fun way to honor those people who are taking care of her, whether they're working or not. So thank you so much, Denise. Those were awesome. Next up, we have Kay Schnitzline. Welcome, darling. Please tell me your thoughts and how connection mattered to you this week.
Connection and spirituality to me is sort of like the foundation to life. And when you look in someone's eyes, you can connect with their soul. When I look at a flower, I connect with the beauty and the awesome wow, it's so complicated and yet so simple. And the same thing with us as human beings. And it all has to do with whatever you call the ultimate power, God. I've lived places where they call it all kinds of names. The name doesn't matter. The point is the connection. And there was a word, namaste, that sung out in my heart often this week of, even though you're super stressed and overwhelmed, connecting and just sharing that, it helps. We're all human beings on this one big blue planet. Back to you, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Kay. I absolutely love that. Was beautiful. Thank you so much. And we're glad that you stayed connected during a stressful week. So next up, we have Coach Crazy Cat. Thank you so much, Cat, for being on tonight. Please share with us what your thoughts have been.
I love this quote, and I focused in on the end of it, grounded in love and compassion, because love God first, love others second, really is the way that when I do that, my life feels a whole lot more balanced. So I was really trying to reach out and just love on others and really show and express connection that way by putting others first. And it was just a great week, a great quote. I love Brene Brown, and I appreciate you very much for this. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. And I may have forgotten someone here. Naomi, if you would like to participate, just chat me and let me know. Thanks for being on tonight. All right, next up we have Wendy. Thanks so much, Wendy, for being here, a fellow health coach. What are your thoughts about connecting over this last week?
Well, I loved this quote. And, as health coaches, we talk so much about food and health, but just as important is human connection. And I feel like that we are real people who that is easy for us. Like, it's really easy for me to connect, and that it's really important for us to reach out to people that it's not so easy for them to connect. And that's really what struck me this week, because it's so vital to health. So I just loved the quote.
Thanks, Wendy. And Wendy's a fairly new student as well, and she just has contributed just beautifully. Her stories are amazing, and she's just really diving all in. So excited you're a part of this group and of this class, Wendy. Thank you so much for your...
Thank you. I love it.
All right, Miss Leigh Cuby, who's joining us from work. Who says you can't build network marketing or anything else online, regardless of where you are, right?
It does help when I can actually make this happen. So thank you so much, Nicole, for the invite tonight. The quote connection kind of hit really hard for me, because I was able to, I've been wanting to reconnect with people that I've known for several years. So this quote actually pushed me to reach out. And so I've been able to reconnect with people whom I've been in business with, not necessarily the same team, but being able to reach out to them and just kind of drip on them and trying to see if I can, at least get a quick phone call with them. So that has gone pretty well. And the other big thing for this particular quote of the week was how over these past few months, I've been able to be surrounded by people who love me, care for me, and it's been able to help me to grow and win in my business, in my personal life as well. So all the coaches on this call tonight, I thank you. So that was a big deal for me, because it kind of hit right here. So back to you, Nicole. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of this class. I'm so grateful for everyone here. All right, next up we have Virgie, who's just a spitfire of a mom, among other things. Welcome, Virgie. Thanks so much for being here. What were your thoughts over this week?
Thank you, Nicole. Connection for me, it's been amazing. Being disconnected from a lot of people and just life itself for a couple months because of going through depression. So it's really a wake-up call. I've been connecting and meeting so many different people throughout the week and last week, and every time I ask someone, how are you doing? It's like they just start dumping out all their things that are going on, their struggles. And so for me, it's just connection has been awesome. It's helped me to really connect with my purpose and what I need to do, and just to help other people and stuff like that. But thank you so much.
Wow, that was powerful. Oh my gosh, girl. The growth in you this last 12 weeks has been amazing. I'm so glad that you took this class and are staying a part of the community. So great job tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just share my thoughts and turn it over to Kibi, and then Carmen will close. I'm really excited about this quote, not to mention just because I love Brene Brown, but because she really points out how we all literally are connected. And when we're paying attention to how I think, and I'll call him God, and how God has created a way for us to really be and have meaningful life together, and that is through connection, and that there isn't anything greater than being connected and grounded in love and compassion. And I feel like this is what the culture of this community of people here in Storycell has created, and that is because of our lead coach and the person who's created this community, and that's Kibi Whitehead. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Well, I can't even close after all these connection stories. But for me, this word is very powerful. And if I had to bring just anything in addition, other than echoing what everybody said here today, it's that connection's in the middle when you're building all four pillars. So if you're working on your spiritual life, you need connection. How do you get that? How do you beef that muscle, right? What are some ways to get more connected with yourself and God? If you're working on your physical or your health, like Wendy notated, and you as well, Nicole, if you were talking about health, and Denise Cribbs, you would say there's a lot of connection with the food you're eating or not, the way you're self-care, taking care of your body. It's all about connection. If you're looking for mindset and emotional healing, that's usually through your training and personal growth, but also people. That area of life is very important to your relationships and those connections. Are you feeding those? Are you growing those? And then you have the business pillar, which everybody wants, more of the money, but they got to work on all the other, right? So, but business always comes with more people you help. So it's always about connecting with people, building relationships, how you can serve someone else. I think Zig Ziglar says the more people you help, the more your bank account explodes. That's the Kiwi cornbread talk. But that is what he means. It's to go help enough people get what they want, and we get what we want. It's all through connection. So with that, are we done? Do I turn it back? No, I turn it to Carmen. I turn it to Carmen. Thanks everybody for watching, and thank you for allowing me to be here to contribute. Y'all yours, Carmen.
Hey there, everybody. I wanted to say the quote one more time as we close out. Our hashtag connection. Spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other by a power greater than all of us, and that our connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. So everybody's reasons were so astounding and amazing. And what I really noticed today as we close out is we all want to be connected, and when I touch people, like literally touch them, touch their hair and doing their hair and things like that, you can actually feel the energy of everybody. And sometimes I go home really drained, but I love it. It means that, especially now through the Christmas season coming up, that we connect with each other, that we feel that sense of oneness, that sense that we are helping each other in one way or another, and leaning on each other, like Virgie said, in one way or another, because we're all in this together. It's a one big happy world, and our experiences are just that. They're not bad, they're not good. There are experiences that help us grow as human beings to have a human experience. want to thank everybody again for a wonderful week. Hashtag connection, hashtag story sell. Contact somebody if you